No, sir. No, sir. Now, wow. Hey, my Flicks to Click fans. In the Grey Night, showing on BIODUNSTEPHENTV. If you want to talk about, it is about reading. If you're with a girl, or if you're with a girl as a guy, you're in the bedroom, on the bed, having fun. If that female is frozen with you and still seem uncomfortable, won't you stop? Won't you stop continuing the romance? Because it might. Stopping means that you respect for her, you really feel her. In fact, it may happen. It may actually happen if she understands. But that lovemaking may not, the chemistry is not there. But if the chemistry continues in this kind of relationship, then every reason to say that yes, it can happen. And Flicks to Click fans, know that consent is very important. And this consent on BIODUNSTEPHENTV to read the signs. Run, 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 run. See, in this Grey Night, it shows us how women's emotion is very, very erratic. When they're scared or when the vibes they're looking for with a man. Yes. Even though we're feeling pity for Nosa, just like the detective said, he just wanted to explode and wasn't thinking. Yes. Nosa just wanted to explode. He was not thinking properly when he was pinned on top of that woman. My men, take note. You have to learn to read the room with women these days. In fact, if you are reading, watching this movie on The Grey Night, it is a masterpiece of teaching you about RAPE. Bill Stevens, these actions have consequences. The choices we make matter. In fact, after all the suspense and drama, the twist in this movie, The Grey Knight, can't they give us happy? But wait, this crazy twist at the end of the movie, because we were just confused. Who was lying? Who was not lying? Was it Nosa? Was it Orezi? In fact, plenty of men, they don't know when to. They're making love with a woman and learn when to stop when they see the telltale signs. Because some girls have been in a state of, forced to sleep with a man. Over years, they have had mental torture. They've not been able to talk about it with anybody, and they've been living with this guilt for life. In fact, for the men, they're already in cloud nine. Oh, they're in cloud nine. So you already, he was already in cloud nine. Nosa was already in cloud nine, and you're asking him to stop. Is that possible? Man, Netflix to Click fans, know that consent is not a smile. Consent is not a look. Consent is not a drink at the bar. Consent is not silence. Consent, have SE with a woman, it is a clear yes. And it must remain yes every step of the way during this lovemaking. The Grey Night, See, law day. Law day. We should all educate ourselves about law. Let us be mindful of all our. Indeed, ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Things were blurred by both parties, and it's crazy because feelings were involved. Consent is key. I'll repeat it again. And if any party declines at any moment during that lovemaking, you must stop with consent. Orezi was guilty for leading Nosa on when she wasn't ready, and Nosa should have stopped when she said no, and maybe pacify her when she cried. Many girls have cried those tears, and most guys have been dismissive and went back to bed after the deed was done. But my Facebook fans, what do you think? and girls about emotions and, sexual consent. Because the way the female officer was just getting us angry, In fact, my Flick fans, the crimes of a RAPE is usually the victim's body, Abby. So, forensic evidence needs to be looked at. This already doctor for examination. And let me interrogated a second time without his lawyer. Ha. Ray Adeka, you try, You try for this movie. In fact, sometimes it's so confusing in this movie, The Green Knight, because these two people, they profess love to each other, not once. When that question was asked that what was their relationship like, Shane or someone would have just said they were dating, but they now just said that they were just friends. Now, wow, Grey Knight. In fact, I'm a woman, but sometimes I don't even trust my own self, not alone other women. This Grey Knight is teaching us we should all, and also when to continue during that making of LOVE. Because people can take back consent in a blink of an eye. It's a cold world. Because imagine a girl taking back her consent with her full chest, not kissing somebody who is in his head already in the mood and saying no in the heat of the moment. Is it fair, my woman? See, silence is not yes. It's not yes. Yes. No, it must be spoken clearly. I learned plenty from this movie, The Grey Knight. In fact, sometimes that's why some men are falsely accused of being guilty of something they didn't do. Look at how that trying to look for something that was not there. In fact, she would have gotten this man, Nosa, convicted of a crime he didn't do. In fact, at the end of the day, no means no. But wait, let me still ask questions. Netflix to click fans. Or should I wait in the next episode? Do you want to know all the signs and symptoms of an abusive partner? If you want to know all the signs and symptoms of an abusive partner, go to the comment section just below this video. It's a free download. Save your family, your friends, humanity. Click. And if you enjoyed my live review of The Grey Knight on BIODUNSTEPHENTV, give me a like and